Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. So for the basis of today's run, a fun fact. The weird, axe-looking weapon Fang Tonglu uses is a hammer. It looks weird, that's for sure, but it is called a hammer, 6 different times in the Uptie story, so it is a hammer, so we're gonna run the full hammer team, but with him on the side now, too. Oh yeah, didn't set, sure. Just maximizing Starlight, right? But yeah, so we have quite a few hammer units. Taking a little bit of liberties in what does and doesn't count as a hammer. Trying not to take too many. We could just go for battery. That doesn't synergize with us particularly, but it's funny, so I'll go for it. Okay, this is a 3-event floor 1. Absolutely. Sure thing. But yeah, so up until now, there weren't really 6 IDs you could run at the same time that I'd really consider all hammer units. And even now, there's still one of them that I really don't know if I should count it as a hammer. Because I'm including Regret Faust. I'm including it because, it's kind of hammer-shaped, right? As opposed to being, a mace, it's I don't know. I'd say it's more hammer than mace because it's a little bit more cylindrical. But, you could count Slosh Mill if you wanted to, but Slosh Mill counts as baton because it's supposed to be, one of, the base, Lob Corp, batons. So I wouldn't count that as a hammer. But yeah, so as far as the team, we've got Ryu, we've got Fang Hun Tonglu, we have Endon, we've got Rose Spinner Merso, we've got N-Corp Heathcliff, and we've got N-Corp Rodion. It is the 3 N-Corp 2-stars here. None of the actual N-Corp 3-stars get hammers. They've all got, various other things they've got going on. And of course, Rose Merso. I mean, he's just got a random hammer, right? He's doing what he does best. So yeah, here we go. Full hammer gang. Hammer, 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 hammer. And debatably hammer, you could probably argue it's a mace, but it's hammer enough for me to consider it a hammer. But yeah. Hongu's also is interesting because you can see a little logo on it. You can't see it very well here because I'm pretty sure it's mirrored and stuff, but it says what, Tech Z, Tech 2, something like that. Assumably some workshop thingy we just don't know about yet. But it's cool. Yeah, I've definitely done this run before, but that was pre-Fang Hun Tonglu, so now we can do it, but slightly better. Right? So that's an improvement in my books. I guess a more obvious part that Honglu it's supposed to be a hammer is the fact that he's mono blunt. Despite, the spikes on his hammer. It's probably, we only ever see it from the side. It's probably, circular, right? If I had to guess. If it's supposed to be hammer, it's probably supposed to be, more circular. And, if we were looking at it, from the side, it would be a circle. But since we only ever see it from, the same angle, we never see that in action. I don't know, though. That's my assumption. He never really rotates it. He just kind of swings it and, stabs people with it a little bit. Still counts a blunt attack, but he stabs people a little bit with the blunt attacks. Damage types aren't always the most consistent thing, so it's not really something to actually get that caught up over. Recently, I was trying to process whatever's going on with Warp Faust, because she's mono blunt, but she's got a spear. She slices with it, she stabs with it. It's the same thing Warp Honglu has. So it's supposed to be a spear type thing, but she uses it exclusively for blunt, and that's certainly a move, that's for sure. A very questionable one in that, but you do you, I guess. Nice, love a good murder. Love a good tremor count. Not a mass attack, unfortunately, despite, having 16 tremor count itself, but oh well. If I wanted to be, funnier about this, I could have, set us up in such a way where we got, Molar out as passive to get more tremor count build up on Faust, but I didn't really think about that too much beforehand. I just rolled with it. Because that's good enough. We'll take this, of course. We've got, a fair bit of lust, because, half our team is N-Corp. N-Corp is mostly lust. That's their main focus, so, yeah. Oh, this is nice to get early on. Might be able to get some good E.G.O gifts thanks to this, hopefully. We'll see, I guess. Cool. Almost failed it, which would have been sad, but... We're chilling. We could upgrade something here. Actually, Bloody Gadget's not a bad play, because then it goes to 2 allies. 4 damage up to 2 allies each turn, that's not bad. We can get more Tremor Infliction with Oscillating Bracelet ++, that's not bad. Could have upgraded liquor aroma, but not the most important thing. We're not really using it very well because we've got Hong Lu slotted second, because like I'm trying to focus on him to at least some degree, but that's fine. Well, on the brighter side of things, we're one day away from the final part of Kanto 7. Very excited to think about it. I'm looking forward to it a lot. I don't know. Still don't want to talk too much about the spoilery type things in these videos in case, you know, you're not up to date yet. I'm sure I will start talking about them, like, sooner rather than later. I like to remain, like, somewhat spoiler-free on these episodes for a little bit. I think I slip up sometimes, but I've been trying to be mostly good about it. You know, that's what counts, maybe. I don't know. Solid maybe. Because it is funny how, like, most of these units do have Wrath skill 3s, right? Like, Heathcliff and Merso don't, but everyone else on this team has a Wrath skill 3, right? You've got a Wrath skill 3, you've got a Wrath skill 3, you've got a Wrath skill 3, and you've got a Wrath skill 3. Of course, like, we've got mostly... The only Pierce techs we have are, like, the obvious, like, random, like, ones, like, the N-Corp IDs have, like, your skill 1s, and... yeah. All their skill 1s. These guys are mono blunt, of course. As you'd expect. I don't remember what your... is your counter? Your counter is Pierce. You've got a block, yeah. Yeah, we're mostly all blunt, as you assume, from hammers, and we've got a lot of Wrath skill 3s. So we could definitely, like, synergize with that to some degree. I don't have 4th match lane with Quip, but if I did, we could benefit from the Wrath fragility from that. Not that it's, like, a very big deal whatsoever, but it would be something. As far as other Wrath synergy, I mean, we can use, like, Regret on Merso so he gets slightly better. It's actually nice, because this is what Merso ID with a 4-coin skill 3, right? You know, this becomes a 3+4, which is significantly better. I'll start at high tremor count, more coin power on top of that? Maybe. Our tremor count infliction is practically non-existent, but, no, we don't even have Everlasting. I was gonna say we have Everlasting Corrosion. We don't. We've got Everlasting. And we've got Hong Lu on the team, but he's got Lasso equipped, so we can't, like, do actually that funny tremor stuff on this team, but we can, try, maybe. Sticky Muck's actually not bad here, but I want to stick to battery. We've got some Pierce skills, but mostly skill 1s. We've got a couple Gluttony skills, but not a lot. Stuff like that, right? We can go for Nixie diversions here, and I think that's the smartest move. Because then we've actually got a way to set up Tremor count. Make it so Oscillating Bracelet should keep us Tremor neutral for the most part. Although I do think your skill 3 reduces Tremor count. I think your skill 3 reduces Tremor count too. I know yours doesn't because you were released... You're like the one Tremor ID who was released post-launch before Tremor Burst started to actually reduce Tremor count. Because that was a Rose Banner thing. And has been a common thing from that point forward. We get you another skill 3. Maybe. Solid maybe. I'll roll. Yeah, let's get you a skill 3. Seems like a weird choice, but like I'd like the Regret synergy because Regret's obviously like a flail, right? Your Regret's a flail. It's not a hammer, but like it's like an elongated hammer, right? If that makes sense. Don't know if it does. Oh, blunt synergy, sure. Great coat. Actually, it's not good for us because it doesn't work for any of Faust's attacks. Because it only affects things that have attack weight by default. So anything that gains attack weights on use with certain conditionals does not trigger Great Coat. Unfortunately enough. So that means any like attack weight gaining like base skills does not synergize with it. Who knows? Maybe something with this Kanto we're gonna get like a skill that's got attack weight by default. I feel like I'm not fully sure if we would, unless there's like maybe a 2 attack weight, because like obviously it's super strong. Every like attack weight conditional on a skill in the game has, well, a conditional. It's basically impossible to get a mass attack from a normal skill turn 1 in any fight without like E.G.O gifts, right? You could obviously like with like something like Nebulizer, you could definitely get like Butler Yoshi's turn 1. But most of them you cannot get turn 1. Without, you know, external help. Nice. Getting some good kills. We're getting that blunt power thing to stage expression with these kills, so that's cool. That's pretty cool. Boss of the Slur is just Ida, so yeah, it should be simple enough. Did I buy Tattoo? No, I thought about it. Okay, yeah. I was like, 'cause we actually do have some pride skills they considered as to some degree with Tattoo, but no, I did not buy it. I looked at it and considered it, but I didn't go for it. Tattoo is nice. Not quite as funny as it used to be, but it's definitely better nowadays. Compared to back when it was uncapped, but same turn. Now it's capped, but next turn, so it's more consistent. Still miss, you know, like the Cloud Cutter Tattoo days where you could just keep on spamming Cloud Cutter and getting stupid offense level ups with it, which was nice. But it also wasn't very usable. These guys also have flails, huh? That's interesting. We don't get IDs for these guys, you know, they got flails, they got batons. Would be cool if we had like a random casino security ID, you know, like a 2-star for Heathcliff or something. Heathcliff feels like the best fit for them, because, I mean, in general, they kind of seem to give the... I mean, it makes sense for them to give casino IDs to the people who, like, interact with them most. Like, Heathcliff getting the bodyguards because of how he messes with them. Or, like, Ryoshu getting, like, Taikyu because of how she, you know, inspires them. Would have made a lot of sense. I guess Ting Ting Honglu doesn't super check out in that front. Honglu doesn't interact with the Ting Ting too much. Don't know who does. Like, I guess, like, Yisong or something. Obviously, Rodion would have been the best choice for Ting Ting, but still wouldn't have been like that good of a Kanto ID for her, right? Would have been better than just LCCB, though. Ida. Let's see. I was considering regretting, but I'd rather you just pop your skill 3 because that's funny too. Right. We'll get Nixie Divergence here. That'll be good. We can start to get some Tremor going, I guess. Maybe we'll get Downpour or something. Oh, nice. We actually got to see the skill 3 reuse. So, similar to something like Shank, if the target is below 30% HP after you use the 3rd coin, you get a 4th coin. That's cool. It's on a skill 3, so it's not as consistent as something like Shank, but it's also, well, it's a skill 3, so it's like better rolls. So it's more likely to kill, I guess. He also gains coin power against enemies, like with Rupture and against Blood Fiends and stuff like that. Maybe I'll go Murder and Warp Express to synergize with that Blood Fiend thing, but probably not, because it also kind of requires Tremor for most of the conditionals. The passive one doesn't require Tremor, but the actual, like, coin power gain only works if they also have the Rupture, so not going to happen very much here. We kind of don't have Rupture stacking. We can do Rupture damage with the standard duty battery, but we have, like, no way of actually getting it high enough for that to matter. It's just a little bit of a damage increase for us, I'd say. That's fine. Nixie Divergence, cool. I'll take a random E.G.O gift, sure. Oh, there's Tattoo. Just speaking about you, funny to see you here. What do I go for? Do I go for Melted Eyeball? Probably. Sure thing, we may have used like a Tremor tier 3 or something. Maybe a tier 4. We could go for it. If we get like the Fragment, we could still get some level of synergy, probably. Oh, that's the only tier 3 we have. We'd need to actually spend quite a bit to get a tier 4. Maybe it's not worthwhile then. We can get a, we can at least go for a tier 3, right? So it'll probably be something nice. We don't really get mad for benefit from that or that. Fuse those away. Clockwork Spring. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's nice, actually. That's fine. Not the biggest deal, but it's something. Carmilla's strong. Nixie Divergence, I mean, that's nice, right? More Tremor. Envy skills get some Tremor Infliction, which helps, like, what? Is it just Heathcliff skill 2? It might just be Heathcliff skill 2. I don't think we've got any other Tremor, or any other Envy, right? Yeah. Well, that's fine. Now he's a bit of a Tremor unit in some senses of the word. Whatever. We're getting Melty Eye at the end of this floor. So that'll be something. Yeah, just go for that. No reason to worry about building up Tremor count here. These enemies should die relatively easily. Oh yeah, look at that Tremor potency infliction thanks to the Envy skill. Riveting stuff. Envy's got a fair bit of random synergy, even like compared to a lot of other status effects. Because like standard duty battery makes Envy skills inflict more Rupture. Like, Nick's Divergence makes envy skills inflict tremor. Circuit makes envy skills inflict burn. Is there anything else? I don't know if there is. That might be all of them, but that's still a lot when envy's main synergy is charge, right? A lot of random benefits you can get there. I don't know. I really like E.G.O gifts that synergize like certain set affinities that aren't usually particularly good for certain status effect teams, right? Like Woundclair, it's kind of in that direction. Oh, we actually could have got. Actually, it might have been. I should have fought you. Oh well, kind of too late to change that. I would have liked to be able to get the funny. We gotta stick it back now. But yeah, like Woundclair, I think is supposed to be similar in some degree to that, because Wrath's not supposed to be the most common thing on a burn team or a bleed team, since bleed is primarily lost, but there's still enough Wrath, and it's a strong enough effect that it's kind of stupidly busted anyways. But like, there's plenty of status or you gifts that synergize certain things onto certain teams, and doing so in a much more balanced way, right? Like something like how, you know, just any ID that's got Gluttony can be pretty nice on a Tremor team, thanks to the power of Fairy Wine, right? Clean Spirit. Because it means they can just get a bunch of Tremor potency stacking, even if they don't have any actual Tremor skills. Now, of course, this has been, like, undone significantly by the existence of fusion gifts requiring you to, like, have 5 of the same status effect, like, base kit on your team in order to get benefits from them. Which makes sense from, like, a balancing perspective, but kind of feels unfortunate from, like, a team-building perspective, because I'd love to have, like, teams that don't actually get much of benefit from the status effect to be able to get the fusion gifts more often, right? But it makes a lot of sense. It's like the trade-off. You kind of have to reduce your team diversity in order to get the strong benefits. Remember that my very first Mirror Dungeon 3 run, my very first Mirror Dungeon 3 hard run, because that was the one that introduced fusion gifts, right? Because normal didn't have them, hard introduced them. It was also when we got Saint Sinclair and Otis, I believe. And I'm pretty sure I was running more of a haste team than a poise team, so I got Lucky Pouch, and I just couldn't use it. I'm pretty sure I got it like the very final rest stop too, and I just couldn't benefit from it. Because I didn't build fully around Poise, because I wanted a bit more of like a variety team focusing on Bind, which is something that Mirror Dungeon still doesn't really synergize around. I guess Bind Haste in general, right? Not necessarily Bind itself, but you know what I mean, right? Speed control. Which is really a shame. It's a very fundamental part of the game, and it's just something that like some IDs have dabbled in slightly, but it really still feels super undertouched. We've got a fair bit of units that have some like nice haste stuff, but Bind especially, like, some random IDs will have, like, 1 or 2 bind infliction. There's a couple bind conditionals here and there, but overall, it's still a very untapped market, which is a shame, because Sank really felt like it was supposed to lean into it a lot heavier than it did. Also, Red Eye's Ryoshu having, like, barely any debuff shenanigans when that was Red Eye's, like, big thing in Ruina, especially. That's fine. This is Moth, isn't it? Ooh, that's not too good for us, is it? Yeah, okay, we're gonna regret here, I think. As, like, a bit of a baseline. We'll have you do it against something that's, like, bad. Well, we can maybe get some clashing going. See what, like, the bad skills can do, first and foremost. Right. That's usually a decent enough play. We'll get some trim count on you. The best you can do? That's fine, we'll try it. Yeah, we're not winning a lot of these clashes, it seems. Yeah, that's not good. Kind of what happens when you go for Moth on a team that isn't super strong, because Moth is still probably one of the scarier enemies in Railway in general, right? We do have Murso, so we can Pursuance the actual Ardor Blossom Star. So, like, I'm not too scared on that front. Pursuance can do really well against that. Actually, we've got both Pursuance users, right? So we can have either of them do it if we want Murso to focus more on doing damage, you know, using his regret shenanigans, but still, you know what I mean, I think. I meant to skill 1 with you. I don't know why I skill 3'd. That's fine. We'll live. You're taking some damage, that's fine. You're neutral to Pierce, at least. Yeah, the burn's already stacking up with people that got hit, especially Wrath resist down. It's potentially scary. We'd have you go for some of the strong stuff though, like the dust explosion. That's good. Force break should actually do pretty decently here. Yeah, nice. Oh yeah, focus on our bad skills first. See if we can win with some of these. If we don't, you guys are getting even more burns. So hopefully you win. We'll see. All I can do is hope though. Got a lot of pride skills though, so we're gonna get some nice mileage out of the tattoo next turn. Right. So that's nice, some offense, defense level up stuff. Next turn's the turn where we're gonna hit you a bunch because you're gonna be Art of Blossom starring. As you do. Yeah, you're losing a clash again. I shouldn't be surprised. It was only a favored, so you know, wasn't the most likely thing. Unfortunately, this does mean you're healing up a little bit, but that's alright. Plus coin drop's nice. Did we actually plus coin drop the right part? If so, that's actually really strong, and I wasn't even intending about it, but plus coin drop on you especially is super good because your mass tech is a multi-coin one. Which part did we do it on? We did it on the body, which is the one, okay. So yeah, this one is only, it's only a 10+1 now because of that. Yeah, geez. We could genuinely just, no, we can't do that. Oh yeah, because, you're getting, yeah, you gain Clash Fire, that's right. I forgot about that part. Well, that's fine. We can pursue into that. We'll have you do it, actually, since you're not going to be as good for us in general. And then just everyone else is going to go for the wings, I assume? Yeah. That's the play. You got staggered by your burn. Who would have thought? It's not a good clash, so we can Infirm Retribution on that side. Cool. Should be able to do good here. Yeah, to max Sandy. If we can get a skill 3 on Merso, you know, it could do some nice damage now. Yeah, Art of Blossom Star, even with the coin power down, it's still rolling really high because it just gains a lot of clash power because it's based on the amount of its unique status effect gimmick. You know, its whole thing about turning its skills wrath. There's some damage there, you know, Sloth, or Slash and Sloth Beak, right? So that's nice at least. Bit of healing, good to try and make sure that, you know, Dawn is going to die from her extreme fatal burns. I guess they're not fatal yet, but they could be. Never say never, I guess. Not really a situation to say never, but never say never. Unwise. Okay, we should be able to get rid of all our burn next turn, which is really good, because, there's a little bit of burn. You resist that pretty hard, that's fine. We should hopefully be able to win some clashes here. You're a little bit dicey, you're a little bit dicey, that's fine. Slice and dice, as they say. Slicey, dicey. Oh, no, wrong one. Okay, that's fine. We're fine. This should work well enough. Okay, cool. You won a clash now, so that's good. Hopefully Dawn also wins a clash now. The burn is scary enough as is. I think Rodian's getting staggered next turn anyways. Or are we gonna get unstaggered by the event? I'm not sure what order it happens in. Like, I assume the burn happens... If it's the burn, then the event will get unstaggered, but if it's the event, then the burn, then we're gonna remain staggered, right? Because whenever you get an event, all your sinners are unstaggered. It's, you know, one of those things that can really help out in certain fights. It's hard to actively, like, work in your favor, but can definitely make a big difference in certain occasions. Okay, we haven't staggered you, but we're really close to staggering your body. Okay, the wings are broken, so that's nice. Let me do the check. Wrath disadvantage. Can anyone do this? You might be able to. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, that's not good. That's fine. We'll live. We can stagger the body here. We could try going all out on the body if we thought we were going to kill. Is that a smart move? Maybe not. But we'll do some good damage at least, so that's nice at least, right? At least. At least. We can, like, fluid attack next turn or something if I'm too worried. I'm not too worried, per se. A little worried, but, like, you're going to be resisting our wrath attacks, unfortunately. But, like, Merso should be able to do some good damage here. Unfortunately, that part's not low enough. Maybe she should have gone for the wings on you, at least. Could have been nice. This should do good damage, though, because you're Sloth weak, and we're gaining that coin power. Look at this! Look at the damage Rose Spinner Merso is doing. Like, that's Rose Spinner Merso actually doing damage. Like, who thought they'd see the day of Rose Spinner Merso is actually doing, like, the best on our team? Kind of the situation we put ourselves into, though. Yeah, you're gonna get staggered by the burn, that's fine. We'll fluid sac here. And then we should just be able to kill you otherwise, right? That alone will probably just kill. We'll hit you with these, though, just for safety. Could clash them or something, but oh well. Fluid sac should be enough. I mean, it's fluid sac. Very overkill here, but it'll do good damage and it'll heal us up to nicely. Okay, you're not quite dead yet, but I mean, we're gonna kill you with our other attacks, so that's fine. And there we go, cool. Yeah, you still took that 50 burn damage, unfortunately. We get a shop here, though. All that for a melty eyeball. The enemies to take less damage from here on out. That's fine. That's alright. What are we feeling? What's like the worst possible choice we could do? What's the most likely to kill us? Let's go Sloth, actually. That's funny sounding. Might be bad for us. I guess that's bad for Merso's skill 3, right? Because if these guys are going to Sloth, that's... okay. That sure is Silt Current. Take that. Maybe... if I was being smart, I'd heal up here. We can get a Faust skill change, so that's nice. Refresh again, see what we see. Eh. Yeah, we should get a heal. Yeah, fine. You're no fun, me. We got lithograph, so like that's gonna be good enough. I think we'll just heal up by staggering enemies on this floor, but better safe than sorry. Don't want one of these guys dying instantly because I don't really have like a good like replacement for them. Okay, that's actually good for us. Merso synergy. Like, we don't have Yisong here, unfortunately, so we can't, like, Sun Shower. That would have been, like, a really nice benefit for your skill 3 shenanigans we've been going for, but we'll live. Rose Banner Merso is in fact goated. This is the run, you know, proving that. Clearly. Nice stagger. And we kill with this because we get the reuse. Nice. Love to see it. It's a funny reuse. It's not like the most applicable always, but like it means his skill 3 is gonna do more damage against enemies that are like, or against Abnos whose body parts have been broken and stuff. Might be able to see that against Silt Current, right? We can go all in on the fluorescence or something here. Not the worst play. Breaking the fluorescence is a good play in general. Elliot. So it's the base Cragger passive for slowly healing us up. Slowly, but surely. It's a nice little benefit to get. Make up for, you know, the foolishness I made. Once again, you're on the final floor. You really love showing up here, don't you? Well, I'll take the free cost I get from selling you a gift. Or maybe I'll save it and I'll fuse it, right? We could go for downpour. I mean, it's an idea. Not the worst one. Maybe we should go for, like, roll for, like, Nebula or something. We could definitely get some Pride synergy going, because we have a lot of Pride skills, you know? 3 of these ideas of Pride skill 2s, one of them is a Pride skill 1. The Pride res is pretty triggerable. Maybe that's an idea. We're already going for, like... Wound Glare also might not actually be a bad idea, right? Some of these skills would do a lot of bleed, because, you know, most of our Wrath skills are skill 3s, so logically a lot of coins on them. Another idea. A lot of ways you can take the hammer run, right? That's what I'm getting at here. Maybe I should have started with the blunt EU gifts in the first place to synergize with, you know, the whole hammer bit. Wouldn't have been the worst play, but... kinda too late for that. You know, given how we're, you know, half an hour into the run, and we're, you know, almost at the final boss. We've got one more fight before we get to the final boss. And the final boss is a big fish. And we are, in fact, going to beat the big fish to death with hammers. So, I mean, that sounds like a fun enough time to me. Well, I guess my hope here is that I get to skill 3. I want to see how the skill 3 is going to look against Silt Current, right? I want to see how funny it'll be. For, Merso, or not Merso, for Honglu. Maybe we'll try and roll for a Honglu skill change then. I'd like it if he had more, just for the damage increase, and then we can, you know, go and pull on the fluorescence so we can get the 4th coin off potentially, right? I like the idea. We'll definitely turn 1 regret for, you know, the Merso synergy. Otherwise, I mean, I've got a lot of ideas for stuff I'm going to want to try and get from this one shop, so it's going to be unlikely I get all of it. You never know. It's, stranger things have happened. Maybe. Not actually sure. It's kind of... Strange is a bit of a hard metric to judge things on, right? Nice. Just those two left who should die here. Yeah, all of our attacks left in this one poor sap, who is being beaten to death with a hammer. Love to see it. Okay, final shop time. Definitely kind of speed running through this run, other than, you know, like, that Auto Blossom Moth probably was like a third of this entire run, wasn't it? Let's see, what do we want here? There's Nebulizer. Commemorative Coin, that's actually a funny idea too, potentially. Not really for what we're going for, though. Let's see. We can sell a bunch of stuff here, though. Zippo Lighter doesn't do anything. We don't need Lithograph anymore. It's a nice one-floor-long investment. Painkillers? Nah. Milepost? Nah. Oh, yeah, right. We also do not need Tomorrow's Fortune at this point. Alright, we can do some more rolling now. Love to see it. Illusory Hunt. That's a damage up. That is nice, but not what I'm looking for here. There's... Okay. I mean, sure. If you're just gonna give me Downpour straight up, I'll take it, and then I'll sell some of these stuff I don't need nearly as much. Oh yeah, we're not gonna be able to use you at all, so we can sell you. Oh, that's good for us. Does this do very much for us? Not really. I'll sell it. Sticky Muck could be nice, so I'll hold on to it for a little longer, but I'd like another skill change or two, right? And by that I mean another skill change, because I can't actually get a multiple skill changes. Oh well, that's fine. Do we sell something here? What would I want to upgrade? Oh yeah, Nebulizer Downpour. Those would both be good to upgrade, actually. Oh yeah, we can sell Carmilla too. That's nice. We can sell Sticky Muck. Otherwise, we'll press on. Okay, what do I upgrade here? How much would this cost? We could upgrade this first and foremost, and that's all we can upgrade, actually. So no Nebulizer Funnies for us after all. That's fine. We'll press on. Maybe I should have tried fusing away some of those U gifts for the sake of the bell if I was going to lean into that bit, but oh well, too late. It's fish time. This funny little fish thing. You regret with you. Otherwise, you're getting skill 3 next turn. Okay, so we will be able to get us funny skill 3 off. That's good to see. Anything else particularly funny we feel like doing here? We could, Everlasting you. What if we just let you hit us a bunch? It's probably not the best play. Yeah, no. We can do something like that, but okay, cool. We'll try this. Clashing some things here and there, as you do. HP healing down next turn, you know, that'll make a huge difference, I'm sure. Rhodion's losing clashes, as you expect from N-Corp Rhodion, right? It's what she does best, lose clashes. Well, we got that eyeballs proc for next turn, so that's good. Regret, you know, for the funny is... Yeah, we all get hit by this. As you expect, Rhodion got staggered by this. I'm really not surprised. She wasn't exactly doing super well. I'm not gonna... It's sad that we don't get, like, skill 3 with her next turn, because she would have done at least a little bit of damage, but at the same time... we're gonna live. Bit of Tremor Bursting here. Love to see it. Yeah, so you've got a bit of debuffs on Fluorescence right now. Fluorescence is only going for Blind Obsession, and it's going for... I mean, like, if we're being real here, We actually have to hit this part anyways, so, like, I was gonna make the whole joke, like, if we lose her, like, are we gonna be that bothered? But, like, we kind of are, just kind of innately because of, how it's gonna work, right? We pursuance up here. You're going for some one-sided on, like, Faust and stuff. We can ignore those pretty easily, I want to say. Sure. That's a Tails, but that's fine. You've got a bunch of debuffs this turn, so, I mean, it's doing well. 44 rolling pursuance thanks to all these debuffs we've given this guy. That's nice. Pursuance also should be more than capable of taking down the Flotsam, so that's good. Yeah, nice. And there was a chance, oh, there wasn't, never mind. You're getting hit a bit, you're taking some damage here. Like, definitely. Like, you're not getting staggered, though, you're definitely losing some sanity, though. If you corrode, that would be bad for us, so maybe we shouldn't try and make sure that doesn't happen. We do get this 4th coin off here, though. You're just posing on this fish, nice. Very silly. But we no longer get paralysis, so we're already in a much better position. Where does Flotsam float in from? Honglu? Can you do this? You can. Cool. Okay. And now we can pop this to do some funny damage. You can try clashing one of these, maybe. Right? Because, like, you actually can't. No, never mind. You need this. You kind of do need sanity, but, like, we'd also just not bother if we wanted to be funny. I do like being funny. We could binds you. That's also a pretty funny play. Especially if we, play it right. Like that. Cool. Just hit all of them a little bit for fun. For funsies. Kind of want if I was getting hit. Okay, you redirect that then. I'm glad Retribution might as well. I did not. That ruins everything. Unfun. Gotta reselect all my skills now because I accidentally hit the button. I hate I wish I could just remove win rate buttons, honestly. I don't like them. They're annoying. They get in the way. And they're never helpful. There we go, cool. Nice. Really not that much damage, but it happens. I think this thing resists Sloth, right? So it happens. You resist Sloth and Gloom, I think. Because I know you're weak to Pride and Envy. Those are your big weaknesses, obviously, and Pierce. Means I guess Binds won't do like the most damage, but that's fine. We're kind of just doing it for the funny. Because it is pretty funny to do. And just because it'll do decent damage in general, right? Nice. And a little bit of Ironclad Retribution. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. It's doing some damage. Light Obsession. Yeah, you're hitting Dawn a little bit. That's fine. She lives. Okay. And I mean, I think we can just one-side you and win. So that's what we're gonna do. Bit of a scuffed ending, that's for sure, but we sure did just kind of mostly just one-side the fluorescence and win. So, and I mean, that's exactly what I was going for, right? That's what I said the game plan was, and it worked out. Honglu stomped on the fluorescence a little bit, and Dawn gets the finishing blow. Sure thing. That's our victory. Cool. Yeah, the most damage. Yeah, by far. Yeah, no shocker there. Just about Merceau doing the most damage. No chance, right? I tried to use Rose Spinner Merceau, though. That's the most I think I've ever tried to use Rose Spinner Merceau. It wasn't a lot, but I used Regret twice. That's more I can say than, like, my average, Rose Spinner Merceau run, where I just kind of never pay any attention to him. And I did give him another skill 3, right? So yeah, a lot of pampering, relatively, compared to what he's used to getting. Mr., I only gain charge for my skill 3, and I only spend charge for my skill 3. You know, nothing else is charged here. It's very, very interesting. One of those IDs that do fall under the category of IDs of all time. But yeah, that was the Hammer Gang, you know, with the new member Fang Hunt Hongaloo and his very strangely formed hammer. I guess if that's a hammer, then, like, this can definitely be a hammer. It doesn't matter. I don't know why I fixate so much on it, but, it's probably a hammer. But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!